Grapes have garnered significant attention for their resveratrol content, a polyphenol compound found primarily in grape skins that's been associated with cardiovascular benefits and potential anti-aging effects. Beyond resveratrol, grapes provide flavonoids, vitamins C and K, and various antioxidants. The French paradox, the observation that French people have relatively low cardiovascular disease rates despite high saturated fat intake, has been partially attributed to red wine consumption, which comes from grapes. However, the thin, permeable skin that concentrates these beneficial compounds also readily absorbs pesticides. Grape cultivation, whether for table grapes or wine grapes, typically involves intensive pesticide use. The clustering of grapes creates humid microclimates perfect for fungal diseases like powdery mildew and downy mildew, requiring repeated fungicide applications. The sweet fruit attracts numerous insects, necessitating insecticide use throughout the growing season. What makes grapes particularly concerning is the concentration of pesticides in the skin, exactly where the most beneficial nutrients are located. To get maximum nutritional benefit, you need to eat the skin, but that's also where you get maximum pesticide exposure. You can't peel grapes practically, so washing is your only mitigation strategy with conventional grapes, and studies show washing removes only surface residues, not absorbed chemicals. Imported grapes present additional concerns. During North American winter, most grapes come from Chile, Peru, or other Southern Hemisphere countries. These imported grapes may contain residues from pesticides that are restricted or banned in domestic markets. Regulatory oversight of imported produce varies, and testing is sporadic at best. Additionally, grapes traveling thousands of miles may receive post-harvest fungicide treatments to prevent spoilage during transport. The distinction between wine grapes and table grapes is worth understanding. Wine grapes are often treated with different chemicals, and the fermentation process may alter or concentrate certain residues. If you're drinking wine thinking you're getting resveratrol benefits without pesticide concerns, that's not necessarily accurate. Organic wine exists, but represents a small market segment, and many wines labeled organic in the US only mean organic grapes were used, not that the winemaking process avoided all additives. For raisins, which are dried grapes, there's a concentration effect. As water evaporates during drying, pesticide residues become more concentrated per unit weight. A handful of raisins may contain pesticides from many grapes compressed into a small volume. Children often consume raisins as snacks, and their smaller body size means relatively higher exposure. From a practical standpoint, grapes represent one of the crops where the organic premium seems most justified, especially if you consume them frequently or serve them to children. Organic grapes cost roughly 50 to 100% more than conventional, which is substantial. However, grapes are often a discretionary purchase rather than a staple, so buying organic when you buy them or simply buying them less frequently are both reasonable strategies. Frozen grapes, whether organic or conventional, may have slightly different residue profiles than fresh, depending on processing. Some washing occurs during commercial freezing preparation, potentially reducing surface residues. For budget-conscious consumers, frozen organic grapes when on sale can be a cost-effective way to include this fruit safely. The take-home message: grapes offer real nutritional benefits, but the contamination risks are substantial enough to warrant careful purchasing decisions.